What's up guys? Welcome to the vid. We're out here, home gym, Darren McNorwood, about to hit some back and biceps, so I hope to take you guys through it. A little bit like the last video, might show you a little bit before and after, we'll see how we go. I'm here with Jamie today, so we're going to be hitting it together. I'll probably put the workout in the description. We got some pull-ups first, and we'll hit some rack pulls, and then we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get to it. So my feed consists of 24/7. I click search, it's everywhere. It doesn't stop.
It's gluten free.
Just waiting for a rack now, so I thought I'd give a bit of a spill. In regards to how I'm feeling pretty good. I'm getting a lot of questions about how I'm feeling mentally and physically. And right now I'm feeling pretty sweet. I feel like I'm on track. Physically, yeah, it's hard, but you should be in prep, especially when you're like 4.5 weeks out. I just feel like it's all really mentally. If you're not okay, then obviously I don't think you should be doing it in the first place. But mentally, we're feeling good. It's true.
It's very true.
Like physically, everyone feels fucked, and you should feel fucked. But mentally, if you're feeling fucked and you're second guessing yourself, then it's probably not the sport for you in the first place. So
even on low food, like you're still fucking in a really good mindset. You're still pushing all your numbers. You're still ticking all the boxes that you need.
100%. The second you start thinking of excuses or giving yourself reasons why you shouldn't be able to lift heavier this day or why you should feel worse, is the second shit's gonna start going downhill. I'm treating my training, my business, my eating just as if I was in the off season. I had just as much food and energy. Even though you don't, it doesn't really matter. No one gives a fuck. So feeling pretty good. It's fucking hot in here though. It's always hot in here. But other than that, things are sweet. Bro, I went to get blood test the other day. She had 1 million veins to choose from.
That's nurse porn,
and she goes in some fucking weird angle over here. And I'm like, way to fucking paralyze my forearm, bro. Yeah, it was ridiculous. But no, I'm feeling good. Today, actually, I just got the diet update as well. So when you guys see the full day of eating, which you would have seen last Sunday.
How many grams of salt now?
Fucking loads. More. The carbs got reduced and my salt intake went up. But all we did was reduce that post-workout meal. I have no pineapple and minus 100 grams more rice. So we're still cruising about 2,300 calories. Cardio still 6 days 30. Training 3 on 1 off. So other than that, we're about to get a rack, so we'll get back to it. One thing I just want to say, when you are rack pulling, 2 things I keep in mind. It's a hip hinge movement, okay? So you shouldn't be rounding your back, jerking it up. Number 1, 2, always below the knee. If it's not, I don't want to see it. Get out of my face. Number 3, scapula. Always locked down, back and down. The second that shit rolls forward and you go to pull and initiate the movement and it gets pulled forward, it's too heavy, drop the weight. Because that's what we're getting all of our lat and back engagement really. Otherwise it's just a stiff leg deadlift essentially. So scapula doesn't move. The force or the power generation from the hips. Locking the glutes in, knees out, slow eccentric. Keep that in mind when rack pulling next.
Ready? Easy 8. 1, 3, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Alright, and again, last one. 9, 8, 1, what counts? 2, with that detailing. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Biceps in the books. Session done. I'm gonna hit my cardio now, so that's that. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little workout video. If you did, let me know as always. But like I said, I gotta hit these 30 stairs now, and I got a few meals to get in, which would be dope. 'Cause I'm fucking starving. And then yes, that's about it. Oh yeah, you can see a Q&A from me as well. I thought from now on, once a week I'll do a little Q&A just to help you guys out and answer some questions. So I'll be sitting at home for that, so you'll see me soon there anyways. But yeah, we'll hit this cardio now, and then we'll go from there. I'll see you at my place after. I just wanted to wrap up this video today with a bit of a Q&A. I want to start doing it more for you guys just because I feel like it is something that actually provides value, as you're the one asking me the question and then I'm answering it straight up to obviously what you want to know the answer to. So I'm going to start incorporating it more and more and more in like maybe every second video, every third video. So it would be dope if you could keep up with me on my socials. That way you can get your questions in and hopefully I can answer as many as I can. So we'll just get straight into it. I saved a few and I have a few more now. It's currently like probably 4 or so days past when I recorded my back workout, but it's still gonna be up in time for when we were scheduled to upload this video. So we'll start from the start. We got a fair few actually. What are your best shredding tips and favorite or best exercises for building arms and shoulders? So that's kind of a double whammy in that one. So that was asked by Alex PK. So basically the best shredding tips I have, we're just gonna keep this real simple. Calorie deficit, if you don't know what that is, eating less than you expend every single day. Obviously there are ways to go about it, which I'm not going to get into too much because it'll be too long of a video, but you need to be in a calorie deficit. I'd say definitely keep cardio in, don't just rely on the diet. Keep food fairly clean, fairly simple. And one of my biggest tips is to keep shit consistent. If there are too many variables and you're tracking too many random macros and your days are too different day to day, it's going to be way harder to keep on track of progress than if you were consistent with one plan, set cardio, set meals, and sub things out here and there. And then the second part of that question, favorite and best exercises for building arms and shoulders. For the shoulders, make sure you're hitting all the heads, so front, lateral, and rear. I've placed more emphasis on the lateral and the rear. It's just going to create like a rounder looking shoulder, and not that I can talk because I have flat small shoulders. Arms, high volume, get blood flow in there, keep reps 12 to 20, and also keep intensity high, but I find arms respond really well to not lighter weight, but just higher rep, more blood flow. So that's that. What body fat do you think you end up at after this prep? To be honest, I'm not sure, and to answer that, I reckon I'm gonna get a DEXA scan like a week out, just so y'all can see. But I don't know, guessing probably 7-ish, maybe 6-ish, I don't know. What's the hardest part of, that was by Brock, by the way. What's the hardest part of prep? No. What's been reading is the hardest part. What's been the hardest part of your prep to date? Keep crushing it, bro, you got this, by Big Ben. What's been the hardest part of your prep to date? I don't know. To be honest, for me, probably balancing work with trying to give this my all. And when I say give it my all, I mean fucking every second of my day, thinking solely just about this comp, which takes up a lot of energy. And then also, you know, balancing and trying to maintain a healthy relationship on top of that, because that can be very difficult in a prep. I'm super grateful though for the partner I have and how understanding she is. And I can't wait to, you know, give that back after the prep. But that's probably the hardest thing, because I feel bad, but at the same time I need to be selfish. And also I lose money on the business side of things, but I know that I need to be selfish if I really want to accomplish my goals to the best of my ability. Yes, you can juggle all three and kind of fucking give a half-assed effort to all three, but then you're gonna end up with a half-assed result. So things need to be sacrificed, that's probably the hardest part. The eating and the deficit and the training is like whatever, I just get it done. I'm not really sleeping as well, that's taking a bit of a hit, but it's all part of the game. So probably the balance stuff. Good question though. Johnny Leo, who was the funny guy at the gym when you started training? You were gun. Yeah, there were these two boys that I know, my mates, when I first started training when I was like 13, 14, and they really brought me into the gym as the little noob that I was. They nicknamed me Potential, which stood for potential, and I forever am going to hold that legacy to them. So that's that. How do you relax your tense muscles with the constant muscle repair process? That's kind of a weird question. So I guess how do I recover? I get massage therapy, I get physio once a week, so both of them once a week. And I also make sure I'm trying to get my sleep in. It's not really happening right now. Make sure eating adequate enough food, and keep on top of your, fuck, can't speak, man. Keep on top of your hydration. Monitor your sodium and potassium. That's all I wanted to say. Why does prep have to be so, make everything in life so hard? I'm just trying to do a Q&A. What's your go-to meals for just before a workout, and how long before should you eat? Good question, Matt Starkey. Go-to meals before I train. Probably, I love a good chicken, rice, olive oil, barbecue sauce. Perfect, maybe even some fruit, digests really well. I just got cream of rice, and that actually, you know, maybe a substitute when I go back into my off season, because that also digests really well. Anything that digests quickly, so high GI carbs with a good fat source, preferably nothing that's going to surpass like 10 to 20 grams of fat pre-workout, and then also a fast digesting protein source, which is why it will either always be whey protein isolate, chicken breast, or fish, mainly chicken breast all the way, especially in the off season. But yeah, I love good just chicken and rice meal with a bit of olive oil, a little bit of sauce, salt and pepper, and maybe some fruit or whatever, but that normally hits the spot. Post-workout, I love a fat bowl of cereal with some whey protein. That normally goes down a treat. I'm also known for like hot cross buns pre-workout, what else pre-workout, like banana bread, muffins, that sort of shit. I love smashing all that sort of stuff pre-workout. because again, fast digesting, they get into your bloodstream really quickly. You can put a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of jam on them, and they go well. Anything, you know what I mean? Rice cakes, banana, jam, honey, all that sort of stuff is perfect pre-workout. But I normally get my clients on something like bagels or cereal or like I said, the hot cross buns, or even just a good chicken and rice meal with a little bit of olive oil before they train. That normally works a treat, or post-workout, it's the same thing. And how long before? About an hour and a half. You don't want to be training with a bunch of food in your stomach. That's where people make a mistake. They eat